into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey everybody, welcome back to AfterBuzz TV. It's another episode of The Fosters. Today we're going to be talking about Stay. If you have not done so, please subscribe to us on YouTube, check us on iTunes, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Why would you disagree?
Maybe with just you. Maybe with just you.
Maybe just a little bit. And we look forward to continuing the conversation there. I'm Jeffrey Masters. I tweet from Jeff Masters 1. Joining me today is...
Hi guys, Jillian Leff here. I tweet at Jillian Leff, and tonight I am going to be facilitating a Twitter conversation. So if you have any thoughts about what we're talking about, tweet me at Jillian Leff, and I will read your tweets live on air.
Hannah, and I tweet at the Hotshot Dude.
And I'm Stephanie. I tweet at Stephanie Giorgi, Giorgi, and Snapchat me. Add me on Snapchat. I'm GIOR_XD.
Are you generally confused by underscores? So what's going on?
Oh,
we're doing one right now. Okay, we'll do that after as well. What do you guys think about tonight's episode, Stay?
Oh, well, sir, I did enjoy this episode. I was excited to see Cierra again.
Yeah.
And all the drama that went down with her. But I think the thing that excited me the most here was the Mariana and Matt interactions.
Oh,
yeah.
God, right?
How did you guys feel about her dumbing herself down for a dude?
I think it's understandable.
It's okay. It's not understandable, but we did mention that we remember those days.
Right.
But granted, I don't think I was that old. I was in like maybe 4th or 5th grade when I just acted like an idiot for everybody. Seriously. Maybe I still do that. I don't know.
But to like the writer's credit, like they did not let this go on for a while.
No.
You know,
that
they're
was
like,
fine.
this is stupid, by the way, Mariana, don't do it.
Yeah. And Matt handled it gracefully. It was just so charming when she told him.
And it was really just because of what Emily said. Or
Emma.
What did Emma say?
Whoops.
Wait, what did Emma say to her? I forget.
She said that she thought the relationship between her and Jesus like ended because she was smarter. Like the second that she became
tutoring. That could have been anything.
Right, I know. That was her. That's what women do. We figure out a reason why we got rejected.
We analyze.
We're crazy.
I mean, it's fine. It's not like she's like, dyeing her hair blonde or anything.
Right.
Oh, we've done that already. Okay, wait, let's continue talking about Mariana. So her brother, Jesus, has had sex. Do we think that that's going to happen for Mariana this season?
Absolutely.
The way Matt grabbed her leg.
Yep. Pulled her up like that.
It won't be long enough till he grabs the other one.
Okay.
I don't know. She's like so innocent to me.
Well, she's a good girl. I think that she will say we need to slow down, but he's going to start getting
You think she's not ready, Jillian?
antsy.
I don't think she's ready because as we saw, she's willing to change herself for a guy. And I think that it might be a situation where she feels like things are heating up, and then in the heat of the moment, she decides that she doesn't want to do it because she knows better.
That's exactly what's going to happen because she's a good girl, Mariana.
I mean, that'd probably be for the best, but I kind of think it may happen, and then that's when things with her and Matt's relationship will get all weird because she'll do it and then be like, kind of regret it and feel.
I'm saying that she's not even going to do it. Like she'll wise up before it even happens. I mean, like, listen, he is good looking.
Right?
I will give him that. I would love to stroke my fingers through his hair.
That's exactly what I was thinking of at this very moment.
Like, he's a good-looking guy, and I get it. Like, there's definitely a sexual attraction there, but at the same time, I don't know, it's, like, hard for me to place myself back in high school.
Yeah.
You know, because we're all older than high school age, so we have to sort of think about how we thought in high school, and I feel like everyone in high school, well, at least in my high school, just wanted to do it. So
And generally for TV purposes, like for the sake of entertainment, you need to like speed this up, like people's storylines and like
Sex
their
it up.
like maturing. You need to sex it up, but
Sex sells,
can't-
ABC Family.
anything else?
I know.
I still cannot go back to thinking about the love interest from last season, like the theater guy, and she put her underwear and was like, "That's what that means."
Yeah.
She was like, "Why would I want to do that?"
But this is the most like sexual I feel like she's ever been on this show at all. Their makeout session outside, like
Dancing in the school.
But that's only natural
Oh, yeah.
because do you not remember in high school kind of stepping your game up a little bit? First when it was holding hands only, and then when you started making out, you're like, I got
Would you be
this.
twerking in the school though?
right. She was
She
getting him
wasn't
those.
twerking.
Okay,
She was showing him a dance move.
baby twerk.
We need to talk about that for a second. Because the first thing I thought when she was shaking her butt in his face in like a study room, I looked in the back, there were like extras sitting in the back on computers. I would have been like,
They were.
happening?
They were. They were looking at her.
first of all, like, girl has confidence if she's willing to do that and there are other people in the room, but clearly all eyes were on him. I don't know. I just think that she's in a very weird place in her life. This is the first guy that's really,
Told her that she was sexy.
yeah.
Well, and she was sex facing him the whole time she was dancing.
She was
Call
doing
me
that.
hard.
Call me crazy or prude, but I could not do that dance in front of somebody, and I could not watch somebody do it for me, like on me.
Completely.
I would say I wouldn't want anyone to ever dance for me like that. That was weird. But I could see myself being corny, be like, do you want me to show you what I can do?
In a study room,
I meant
though?
like in school, like at like 14. Okay, I think she's in sophomore year of high school. I know their ages have always been a little bit like, we're not defining this.
Well, she's
Listen-
not driving yet, right? So
No,
then-
she's not driving, so I guess it would have to be sophomore year. I don't know. Fans on Twitter, tweet at me at Jillian Leff. I'm checking my phone right now. Nobody has shown me any love. I want to talk to you guys during the episode.
Was that a detail we missed, I wonder, about the aging and the grades in school?
Well, I think they're just trying to get them all older so we can have more drama, like more.
But also
Sex.
not all too fast, because then they'll be in college and they're out of the house.
Yeah.
I think that's one of like the brilliant aspects of a TV family drama, is that like a school where everyone's running into each other in the hallway, they can run into each other at the house.
Yes, that's true.
And I'm like, oh yeah, bring it back.
Yeah, but you know what? How many kids really leave the house right when they turn 18? I guess that's a really big.
They're in a great charter
I know,
school
so did
though.
I.
They're on the track. They're on the track for college.
But only for college. That's the only. Had I not went to college, I would have never been able to move out of my house.
Oh my god, no! I couldn't like tie my shoes still.
Exactly.
It was a graduation day for high school. And I was like, Mom, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
One
here
last
it is.
time.
Just kidding.
No, he's not.
Okay, I'm not. It's fine. Should we have a Wiley update? Is that how you pronounce it? Wiley?
Wally.
Wally.
he's
Wally.
just-
Tell me one more time. What is it? Wally?
Wally.
Wally. Wow.
I think this episode that it's
I
definitely
prefer Wally.
confirmed that they go to the same hairdresser. Same layers, same style. They must, use the same product. I'm really feeling like
What if it was like a prank and he wore one of her wigs for this episode?
No, I think that Wyatt had the hair first, and they had Callie doing the weird ponytail thing. She's like, "I'm sorry, but you guys need to step my hair game up and make me look like Wyatt."
oh my god, we should do a Who Wore It Better.
Who Wyatt?
Brought to you by Tresemme. We'll get it sponsored.
Okay.
And then Matt's in on it too. He's gonna be looking like Mariana soon.
I hope not. He's
Matt's
actually
hair
got
is
the right length.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
his
like
smile,
a beautiful gender ambiguous cast.
Face.
Hey guys, not to go back, but Taz just got back to me on Twitter and said that she's 15. She had her quinceañera, which she did.
Oh yeah.
Thank
she
you,
did.
Taz.
Oh, I'm wearing my quinceañera necklace.
Look at you.
Oh, you good little Colombian.
Okay.
I'm not really Colombian. I'm Jewish for everyone.
If Steven Stewart is watching, she's Jewish.
Having an identity crisis.
I want to let all of the people watching know that this is not normal to want to run away this much.
Oh, I know.
No.
If you grow, I don't want to like diminuize. That's not a
You were
word.
just making up words tonight.
I don't want to like trivialize,
Diminish.
diminish and or trivialize, or the combo of the two, how Callie's feeling, because obviously she's had this like different life in the foster system. And as we see with Cierra, like there is a great reason to run away, but like with Wyatt, I'm like, dude, just like stay somewhere, please.
If I was Callie, I would have walked up to the car and been like, Wyatt, running away is played out. Like, we did that way too much last year. Like, come on, let's think of something else to do.
I'm over this Bonnie and Clyde.
Let's rob a bank
Where are
or
Wyatt's
something.
parents? Are they
His
like
mom's in
buying like
Indiana.
Tresemme refills?
His mom is in Indiana and he just bounced.
But like she should like be coming out after him.
But like his parents aren't bad parents, are they?
Yeah,
like
they never.
I'm so confused.
They never on that. They never. Oh my God,
Get it
what's
out.
the word? They never focused on it. They never did anything
Okay.
on it. Like, because
They
they
were, like-
never covered it.
Okay,
Oh.
we're so good tonight. We're doing really well.
But what, when he was first introduced though, like forever ago, didn't he have? Or
Nothing.
no, he was lying
His
about the
mom
house
just
that he was
it
going to.
Yeah, and all
Okay.
it was that she had foreclosure. She just couldn't afford it anymore.
Because I feel like he's not, as far as I know, God's killing
troubled
it, you're right. He doesn't have any family issues, so I'm so concerned or confused as to why they're not chasing him down or like calling the police to find him every time he runs away.
Yeah, I just need like a
don't care.
concrete reason.
It's just, it's never been a thing. And when Callie had first met Wyatt, they had connected because they were both outcasts. That's the main reason. It's like, you know, if your parents really never watched over you, it's not like they're gonna start all of a sudden.
Especially when
he's
they're
always
grown.
been, he's like always been a bad kid, and that's sort of how him and
Yeah.
Callie connected, because they were both sort of the bad kids, and
Right.
you know, the ones everyone was talking about in school.
I imagine his relationship with his mother being calling her sometimes, "How are you? Do you need money? Okay, bye."
And
That's it.
what nationality is she?
I don't know why.
yeah, I don't know what that was.
She's from Indiana.
It's fine. It's a stepmother.
Okay.
It's fine. Okay, I don't want to get too nitpicky because I do love this show, but I was curious in this episode how Callie gets around. She went and like met Wyatt like downtown before he leaves. She went to the volunteer center where she's gonna start volunteering.
Right.
A couple episodes ago, she like goes to work.
San Diego's public transportation is not that good.
Yeah, I've been there. Come on now. There ain't a Subway. I mean, there's like Subway
There's a
restaurant,
trolley.
but not like a trolley. There's a metro.
There's a trolley, and that's it.
Edges
yeah.
in downtown.
Like they don't all have cars. No. So just like a little food for thought.
Right,
Yeah,
and then how
that
did she
threw
end up
me.
in
I'm like,
Echo
huh.
Park?
Get
That
her
was
a-
really weird. God,
Give
that's
her
a long walk.
Stephanie thinks that they were filming at Echo Park, where they might have been. It looked like it.
Probably.
Whatever. Okay, so back to Callie though in the volunteer center for like the foster kids. I don't remember what they called it. When she asked to volunteer there, like the fireworks went off in my brain. I was like, this is gonna be perfect for her. This is a perfect future profession. Like go to school, study for this, come back and like run this place. I think that's gonna be perfect.
I feel like that's a lot of cases. That's the case for a lot of people. I had mentioned friends of mine, I think last year, whom I lost in touch with, and then when I reconnected with them, I found out that it's because their mother died and they got put into the foster care system.
Wow.
So right now, shout out to Andrew. He is a part of that. Like the same thing happened to him. He survived it and saw it as something that he could help for people who are like that. You know, I feel like kids who survive it like okay, they can't help but think that they know why everyone else would just go on a spiral.
Yeah.
You know, thing downhill.
You know, a spark also went off in my brain. And I don't know if we know that guy's name, the head of that center, but he was looking at Callie like,
I'm not happy about it.
I mean, I'm not, listen, I like Bradley too, but I don't know, there were
It's
some
not-
eyes there.
Did you feel that?
I think I
Yes.
did.
Maybe from him, and that's it.
You're a fighter.
See, the thing that I
Right.
felt was like, you want to volunteer here. This is a very serious matter, and I really care about what we're doing here. Are you gonna like give me like 100%, or are you gonna like crap out on me?
Well, I thought he was like, I don't know, because you went kind of psycho on my ass last week. So
See, I immediately thought, for whatever reason, of the OC and when Marissa like had the summer fling with the gardener, and I was like, if they do that whole like summer vacation and we don't watch them during the summer, and like Brandon goes on tour and Callie just starts hooking up with this dude at the
no, that's
center.
not Callie's
I'm
type.
like,
and
that's
he looks
what's
too
No,
old.
hold on. We don't know if he's her type because we don't know his story. He could have a crazy story just like hers. They could connect based on that. I get that the feelings don't die down between Brandon and Callie because we saw it in the preview. But what I'm saying is Brandon's going off and doing his thing. Callie
I'm
needs needs to
saying
go off
that
and do her thing.
if she does do her own thing, I'm just saying that is not the guy that she's gonna be doing her thing with.
I think it's important to note, though, also that if he's working there, he's like over 18, and by looks of it, he's probably 25 or so. And
That's-
like you don't date somebody in high school then
I
because
feel
it's
like-
statutory rape.
exactly.
But also,
why-
it's not appropriate.
And
why it's gonna be
it's
secret.
like a foster kid. Like, you know, like, dog, why are you trying to get with somebody like that?
Yeah, you're not Danny and Brandon. Calm
Yeah.
down.
That's what I'm saying. They did it once. They could do it again.
I know.
Also, I don't think he's 25. I think you're wrong with that.
I think he's younger.
I think
I
he's
think
younger.
Brandon's a
I think
champ
he might be
because
like
he-
18 or 19.
Brandon had sex with Danny, and I love how he had no, like, PTS, like, no post-traumatic trauma.
Except I thought he was going to spill it when he was talking with Jesus in the
No,
pizza
like,
parlor.
I wish he would have just been like, guys, so I had sex. I mean, it was good. Thank you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it with who I did it, but that was it.
It was weird. He was drunk. And I don't think that's over.
I think he only feels bad because it was his dad's girlfriend.
That's the wrong reason.
yeah.
That's the wrong reason.
That's the only reason why he feels bad.
Okay, wait. Just to wrap up the
How
our
many little
Callie
boys
discussion.
do you know would have hit something older and cute?
None that I can think of.
No.
Okay, wait, just to wrap up our Callie is a new volunteer discussion.
Okay.
I think that he's older because that position mandates a lot of federal paperwork, be it like
does.
child abuse forms and placing people in foster care, and that's not something you can like trust to like a college kid who's like serving like a semester. So I don't know. I believe that he's like mid to 20s,
Yeah.
That's true.
which will place him out of like a dating age.
I think so also. The most that might happen there is that he might have a little bit of an interest and then says, oh, but I can't be with you. And she's going to be like, well, I've been with older guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's gonna be a whole secretive
Cue
love affair.
Liam flashback.
We could also just be making all of this up.
And we
fine with it.
could probably not even see him in any other episode after this.
I love going down the rabbit hole though. Let's just keep going.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, let's jump to the conversation though with Jesus and Brandon.
My God, brotherly love.
I love them. I'm so happy the way that they're making all of their relationships become closer.
Yeah. Do we think? I mean, they'll also become a lot closer if Anna's baby's actually Danny,
Yes.
because
I know.
each of their younger siblings will be like a full blood.
Exactly.
that.
And
Yeah, right?
I love that. I love that he thought that also. How he did. Oh my God, was it Mike?
Yeah, right.
Obviously, everybody picked up on that but me. I was like, what? Can you imagine how difficult it will be, though, explaining to this young child how he or she is related to all of his other half and full-blood sisters and brothers?
I know.
I think it's fun.
Are they all just gonna move into a bigger house together?
I don't know.
Someone needs to hit the lottery fast.
Yes.
Crazy. No, I really like that they're sort of brothering up, and now we know that another person knows about the tattoo.
Well, and I love that he showed him. I love the reaction that Brandon had, and then he was just
She's like laughing.
I know, good, because they're bros.
Sorry.
Speaking of Haley,
Yeah.
we're actually going to have Caitlin Carver on the show next week. Apparently,
excited for that.
it's a big episode for Haley and Jesus.
I hope
so-
she gets a
excited.
tattoo.
Oh my God, maybe she has one already. It'll be the
Maybe she
reveal.
does.
It's
All I
okay.
can
Her
think-
character's becoming so intense anyway, so it's like awesome.
So high school. So perfect.
Love it.
All I can think about when I see his massive Haley tattoo is one, that's a really painful position, like location, and two, that might be like a $60 tattoo, and to get it removed, it's gonna be like, a couple grand
Yeah.
minimum.
But hey, the font was pretty.
Barbie font. That's
Barbie
exactly
font.
what I was gonna
Oh,
say.
I thought
was
it.
the font.
I thought it was like her signature.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
It looked like Barbie font to me, which she would be like, go ahead and do it in Barbie font.
I guess we'll have to ask her directly next week.
Right?
Well, I look forward to that.
Yeah. We're super excited to have her in.
Okay, tell me this. Steph and Lena brought up Anna to Jesus. I thought that they were doing that because they knew about the baby and they're trying to like make him more receptive to her. Why else would they have brought her up?
When Anna made her amends with Mariana and
Yeah.
Jesus, that was the only time that we saw like Jesus get emotional, right?
Yeah.
And he hasn't even, he was never even that emotional
But
when
that's episodes ago.
No, I know that, but he wasn't even emotional when Teri was in the hospital. So I like that what they said, they made a point to say that we know that you have a connection with your mother, because he does. He is older, he did spend more time with her, and at the end of the day, you still remember that. It's not like he was taken away from her when he was
Right.
that much younger, especially when he was in a very, like an older brother position. So he knew, he probably at some point as a child was taking care of his mom and his sister.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so he would have a larger connection there, and I appreciate them approaching it, because if you tell your adoptive children like, no, you know, why would you forbid them from anything, because all they'll want is that more. So they have to communicate.
I guess I'm just wondering, like, why this episode? Like, what was the impetus to make them want to discuss it?
I think it had a lot to do with what we found out last episode, and sort of just teased us even more, because, you know, Anna wasn't featured in this episode. Mike was featured in this episode.
Right.
So it's like, I feel like they're still trying to tease fans in some way, and I sort of held my breath a little bit when they had walked into the bedroom to talk to him, because I was like, oh my God, they know.
I know, right?
They know. Especially because they had just talked to Mike about Brandon's thing.
Yeah, it wasn't like we're at dinner and we're like, oh, by the way, remember this? It was like, hey, let's go in together and talk to him.
I don't think that they know that Anna's pregnant.
I agree.
Because they have not seen Anna. I feel like it's a Mike thing. He knows that she's pregnant, regardless if he is the father or not, because they were living in the same place.
Right.
So
I don't know if he does. For whatever reason, I don't feel like he knows that she's pregnant.
do you think that they're still living in the...
I think so.
Was she showing?
No,
she just said that
she
she was
just, like,
pregnant.
She wasn't. I'm starting to think that it definitely wasn't Mike who knocked her up. I think it was just someone random, like from the shelters or wherever that she's been around.
I want it to be Mike.
Mike could like be in love with her and like, you know, marry her and take care of her unborn child.
I doubt it. Oh,
Okay,
right,
if it-
yeah.
If
oh my
it
God,
is
that'd be
Mike's
crazy.
and like they do happen to fall in love and like live in together with their new baby, they could then like adopt like Cierra and like become like a foster family.
Yep.
Okay, wait. Something just popped in my head. One of the reasons why I think it might be Mike is because this episode, Steph asked Lena if Steph and Mike could partner up again.
Yeah.
And I feel like that has to come crashing down again, because
Exactly.
their partnership last time was full of drama. And I feel like maybe just when they decide that they're driving and they'll want to reconnect, it'll crumble.
Or
I feel like that's what they do. They have us like walk up the mountain. We're like exhausted, and they just like push us down. And right, like the finale. It's just like bye. Like
I love analogy.
See you later.
See you in 4 months.
And that's the only thing I could think of too. I was like, oh, why are they having them team up again? It has to be for like a great reason, for something to happen. And I think the more that Steph is with Danny Nucci, Mike, the more she's going to catch on to him. If he's living with somebody named Anna, if he's not, you know, she's going to catch something.
And weren't we told that Danny Nucci's storyline was going to be much more extensive this season?
Yes.
I forgot from where. I remember
At
hearing
one of
that.
the talks they had. Not like TCAs, at one of those kind of talks.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it could be, but that's also the other reason why he's going to be partnered up with her again, just so that he could have more scenes.
Maybe.
Why don't we make them partners again? Perfect.
Speaking of my Cierra moving in with Danny Nucci dream, though, that was a really interesting juxtaposition, I thought, of like the Foster's Adam's house, which is welcoming and lovely and potentially perfect, and then this like meth family who is like, you know, getting money for kids and like having
I
a
feel like
tweakers
might
and
be
dealers.
most of like foster kid situations, which is just too bad.
Well, I think that they sometimes do that. Like, we're in this fantasy land of teen drama, and then all of a sudden they just pepper in something real. And you're like, wow, like people actually go through this. And it's so funny because there's this one scene, and I remember because it was like Callie was being dramatic and threw herself down on her bed, and Cierra was sitting at Callie's desk kind of like, and I felt bad for Cierra. I was like,
I know.
what's going on with Callie? Cierra's homeless. Like, God, like teenage drama, real life.
And she just knew to be like, what's up?
Yeah.
I know. That's
I love that. Sorry.
No, please.
I love that conversation though between Callie and Cierra and Mariana, because sometimes I forget that Mariana and Jesus have a story before the Fosters as well, and to watch her be like sympathetic with her was so sweet, and I felt like a really good moment. I kind of wish they would throw more of those moments in for Jesus and Mariana.
Yeah.
It was sweet, and it was very much so like the face that someone who was born into a good family would make.
Yeah.
Because I felt like the way she took it, she's like, God, I'm really lucky. And she also doesn't understand that.
Right.
She doesn't really have a memory of her life ever being bad because, you know,
They're so
Steph
well-adjusted.
swooped in
Yeah.
with the quickness once they were.
Yeah, but I could see it registering on Mariana's face that she obviously cared that Cierra is potentially going to be homeless, as at the end of the episode she is. And I really, though, did not want her to say, maybe you can move in with us.
Right.
Just because, you know, there's so much there and I don't see
I
it
know. I
realistically
was
happening. And I was like, don't get her hopes up.
Nervous about that also.
You know?
I bet you Mariana's character is going to start to develop, like she's going to become like just like her mother's. I feel like I'm gonna see her be very caring. There's gonna be like a form of taking in some sort of her own stray.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like she's gonna start taking after her mom.
And I could see her befriending Emma in the new math class.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
And then Emma's gonna start coming around.
Yeah,
and
like
Susan's gonna
study
start
buddy.
seeing her, and they're gonna be like, "Arr."
Yeah. Like, oh, nice tattoo, Jesus.
I like Emma.
I love it.
Yeah,
Oh no,
nice
we love
tattoo.
Emma. We love Emma. Yeah.
Yeah, like they wouldn't bring back like such a major character in the lives of these characters for just like hey, oh, you're smart, cool, me too.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like there is a bigger purpose, which leads me to Lena's very dramatic lines. Which what she said today, I loved it. Don't play small, my love.
Yeah.
And any
Because you're already so short.
So cute.
yeah, and any other character that says like the lines that Lena says, I would roll my eyes. But they've built her up to be like it's so believable when she
Right?
says
She's
things
so
like
full
this.
of wisdom all
Yeah.
the time.
Like
love
I don't know, like Steph couldn't say this stuff.
No.
You know?
And like what they say though is because Steph she's more Mama Bear, she's more protective, and
Of course.
she has to she's the parent. Where Lena, because she has an educational background, she knows how to communicate with the children a little bit better. She has
Yeah.
more of a child development background, so that helps. But
I love it.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
And speaking of both of them, that scene when they were getting undressed, what?
Oh, Pasha. It was
I
normal.
love it. It
That's
was
a normal. That's
no,
like.
but we haven't seen that.
Well,
Like,
we
that
haven't
was
seen skin.
not like that. It was very intimate. I thought, like all of her back, and then like
Yeah,
you know,
right?
it was just
And then she started undressing. I was like, oh my god, are we just going to do a scene with them in their raw underwear right
just
now?
so
The
cute.
metaphorical undress as well. It's like, yeah, mirroring it.
Right?
I don't know. I thought it was normal. I mean, like that's.
Well, that's why it was nice.
Yeah,
That's why
I
it was-
just.
yeah. Well,
I-
that's my point. But we only saw like how much did we freak out when they were both in bed together. But this is something that's more natural, not after the wedding night. Like obviously
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
gonna see
yeah.
them in bed. This is just one of those like they're sexy every night.
It reminded me of how like Modern Family. I think they went the entire first season without showing the gay characters kissing, and yet ABC Family is like, look, married people they change in front of each other
Yeah.
while they're arguing. It's a non-issue.
It's just nice when that wasn't the main point of that scene. That's why I liked it. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
still,
Well, for
but
you
that's
it
what you're
was.
paying attention. Well, that's the point. But that's what I was paying attention to.
I agree. And then what do we think about Lena and Timothy coming back?
I love that too. I like their relationship. I like their
too.
little banter. Like
Their
their
banter
friendship.
is
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I
good.
just I thought it was very interesting that I think we're liking Monty, who's the new president.
Oh, I don't like her.
Oh, you don't? Why not?
She's just annoying to me.
Oh, I like her a lot. I like that she's like the businesswoman who's taking care of like we need money. And yes, Timothy's a great teacher, but we need money to like keep our charter status. But this episode I thought was really interesting. They showed like a snippet of her being ruthless.
Well, yeah, with the firing.
Yeah.
That's my
I
point.
mean, they're not
I'm like,
firing
who
him
are
yet.
you, Monty? Get
but
out
like
of
it's
here.
an if.
Well, and I was telling Jillian, I agree with her. In this episode, I agree that she may move in on Lena, and
Me too.
it's making
After
me
that,
not
that's-
like
I think
her.
that's
Oh,
why
that's
she
me. I've
pissed
been
me off.
fixated on all the year.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen.
I just feel like so they keep stressing how she is very business savvy and business smart. And how many business people do you know that will use what they have to their advantage to get what they want? Now, regardless if she's actually interested in Lena or she's just going to show her attention in some way or attempt to make some sort of move but not actually make a move.
Yeah.
You know, you always want to feel special.
Yeah.
And it just takes that one day where Steph's, not on her game and Lena's like, not that she would ever do anything, but I'm just saying like you can use your charm in certain ways to get what you want. And I feel like this Monty is going to do whatever she can to get what she wants because she is the brains of this thing. Steph is in charge of the teachers, which is essential, but she's the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
I think that she's gonna see Steph taking her position more seriously and not be so gun shy the way that she described herself in this episode. And when she starts seeing that, I think that's what she's gonna like, and I think she's just gonna put a move in on her.
Really?
Because Lena's just like sexy. She's just
You don't think at all, Jeff?
I don't. I mean, I've been like preaching
I could
from
see
the
them like
beginning.
this.
I
Oh, what did you want to? This is the new curriculum.
I think that she's
Move your
respectful.
hair out of the
I
way,
think
'cause
she's
Lena's
respectful.
crazy here.
I wish
honestly.
these people listening could just
Oh,
see
I
what
know,
you guys
sorry.
did.
Stephanie's like stroking Hannah's hair.
I'm stroking her hair.
I don't
It
know,
was good. It was what the scene's gonna look like.
Maybe this episode was showing us that she's ruthless in what she wants, and maybe she will want Lena. But also, like the basis for her firing Timothy is that like she wants to keep the school open. It's not to be rude.
Which is, I know, and that's very important, but she should have at least attempted to communicate with Lena. What can we do so that we can, keep the school at its like where it came from, and so the teachers don't have to change how they teach, because that's the reason why everyone went there. She should have just done a better job at trying to team up and trying to fix it.
But Timothy and Lena have history
right?
Yes.
that she is unaware of.
True.
So I feel like once she finds out about the
Or she knows.
baby, she's going to think that Lena is treating Timothy in a different way, and she might just let him go altogether. Like, who knows? These are all the, we don't have that many episodes before they take, the break to film the rest of them. So we sort of have to soak up everything we can.
That's interesting. I just can't foresee a reason why she would ever find out that Lena was pregnant.
I would just think that she knew beforehand. I think they would let her know, like, oh, and so, just filling her in. And and if Monty was smart, she'd say nothing of it. And what she would try to
Until
do is
she
get
needed
Timothy
it.
to get the hell out, but discreetly to make it Lena's idea, not hers.
Interesting.
Who knows?
Oh, that's a lot to think about.
I know.
Should we segue into predictions?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, predictions, yes.
Yes. Hashtag yes.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
It's gonna be good.
Okay, so one of the not problems, but side effects, I guess, of having such a massive family in a family drama is that we don't see certain characters. So there was no Jude Corn, there's no Sophia Corn this episode. Corns. Sophia was eating corn. Obviously they're taking some time to let us digest Sophia and hopefully she's getting some help. Jude Corn, maybe he's frolicking in the magical forest, chasing rainbows.
Definitely.
Doing homework.
I could actually see Judah Corn. What are those? The ones with just the half bottoms?
Oh,
Tomlinson?
the pucks, little midsummer stuff.
The ones that are the bottom half are the
Horses and Tapas Man.
Oh, no, that's a centaur, not that.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
No, the other guy. The one.
I don't know.
I don't know what they're talking
It's
about.
like a Wrinkle in Time.
No, Tomlinson from Narnia.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That character.
I love that
I
character.
could see Judah Corn doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, Jude wasn't in this episode, but he is in the next one.
Cast of Charmed.
I know.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
well, I'm excited because
Yeah.
camping in the outdoors is always a good time and a formula for disaster
Drama.
/ fun. But it's going to be good. It's going to be great. Plus, we're seeing them out of their norm, so now everyone's going to want to be a little bit extra because they're on vacation.
Remind me of what we saw in the preview. Did we see significant others like Haley's and Matt's there?
I was wondering that too. We
I don't think so.
didn't, but I feel like they have to. Well, because like you said, it's a camping trip. Things get sneaky and
Yes, exactly.
dirty on a camping trip.
And
And-
Haley's psycho ass is going to show up.
exactly
What?
in that tent. You know it. She's gonna show up there.
And Mariana has a chandelier in her tent.
Okay. Jillian, any specific predictions?
Yeah, so
I'm so happy to join the team.
God, you guys are two peas in a pod. Well, I know that obviously, as I said before, the episode is going to be pretty big for Haley, and we do see her and Jesus in his bedroom before, and we see Steph walk in on them, I believe.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what's going to happen there. But even more than that, the sort of drama with the tattoo is finally going to come to a head because we saw Jesus in the water without his shirt on.
Oh,
So they're going
good eye.
They're going
Yeah.
to find out about it. I just wonder what's going to happen and what they're going to do because he had no shirt on.
He probably forgets because they get there and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna jump in first." And then
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I did that same thing with my family. I forgot until we got on a trip, and I was like, "Oh shoot, I have tattoos." Oh god.
Yeah, maybe. And I could also see when Steph walks in on Jesus and Haley making out that she brings up something at the camping trip, and she's like, "Oh, like
Can I go?
exactly." And then Steph's gonna be like, "Oh,
Jesus,
would
you didn't
like
tell
to
me
come
we
with
were
us,
going
sweetie?"
camping.
Right?
But we'll see.
All right, guys, this was another great episode. Until next time, you can rate, comment, subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, all the above. Tell us if you think Judicorn's actually going to become a centaur. I tweet from Jeff Masters 1.
I tweet from @Jillian Leff. You can find me on Instagram at the same thing. And I also host the Had Get Away with Murder after show starting up this Thursday at 8:05.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at @TheHotShotDude.
I don't know why I had to do that for you, right?
Thanks, girl.
You can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, Giorgi, and on Instagram at SteffiG47.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
I don't know, but I liked
Bye.
it.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.